Blessings. Welcome to my channel. My name is Moshe Ben Yasharel. For those who are just now coming into my channel, welcome. Like, share, and subscribe. For the algorithm. Today, we're going to be coming out of Matthew 18 and 3. It says and we're just going to get right into the message. We're not going to even waste any time. It says, "Verily I say unto you, except ye be converted and become as little children, you shall not enter into the kingdom of heaven." So my responsibility is to help you see in these scriptures. Now I'm coming out of the so-called New Testament, but what this is actually saying is saying that you have to be like a little child. And what does that mean? We have to ask this question. What does that mean? That means that you have to be able to relearn. You have to be able to be taught again. Learn. You see, and so this is why the scripture is saying that you must become like little children and you must be converted. Because once you receive the word, well, I've been going about things wrong. The way I've been doing things is wrong. It's not right. So let me be converted. Because converted means to be changed, to convert something. That's like if I convert AC watts to DC. You see what I'm saying? Or if I can convert DC watt to AC, which is reverse polarity. You see what I'm saying? "Whosoever therefore shall humble himself as this little child." So you got to be humble. Because see, the Most High, he resists the proud. He doesn't like pride. So pride won't allow you to be taught by somebody you feel like can't teach you nothing. Pride to tell you, I ain't got to listen to him. He don't know nothing. God ain't sent him. So in pride, whoever therefore shall humble himself as a little child, the same is the greatest in the kingdom of heaven. So if you humble yourself and you're able to receive this message, you're able to receive me, then you shall be the greatest in the kingdom. But those who can't receive the message, we ain't got to listen to him. "And whosoever shall receive one such little child in my name receiveth me." So if you receive me, you as a little child, then you receive him. If you receive me, because I'm a little child, I had to relearn. I had to be taught again, because I had to question, why is it that I keep sinning? Why is it that I'm in church this day and then I'm out of church for some months. I'm in church for a few months and then I'm out for a few years, because I don't got a solid foundation. I don't got the footing. I don't have a foundation. Where's my foundation? So, "And whosoever shall receive one such little child in my name receiveth me," because I had to humble myself to relearn again, to be taught again, to understand that the way that I was being taught wasn't correct. I was just going to church just to feel good, to watch a show, to pay homage to the deacons and to the pastors, to pay homage and, as a minister, you know what I mean? I'm going to greet you before you greet me, because I want you to see the love of God. But you know what I'm saying? People in pride, they want you to greet them first. "Hey, how you doing, minister, such and such?" Instead of being humble and being, "How you doing today, my brother? Did you enjoy the word?" You know what I'm saying? It's none of that it's a bunch of pride. "But whosoever shall offend one of these little ones which believe in me, it were better for him that a millstone were hanged about his neck and that he were drowned in the depth of the sea." Because when I come and I bring you the message and they say, "We don't like his delivery. His delivery is, the way he delivered the word, you coming too harsh." But I don't think that that's the problem. And I made a video last night and I'm going to put it up, because it don't got anything to do with my delivery. It got everything to do with you. And so it say, but whosoever shall offend one of these little ones, which believe in me, it were better for him that a millstone were hanged about his neck, and that he were drowned in the depths of the sea. Then what y'all do, this what y'all do, I'm gonna show y'all what y'all do. Let's go over here to Proverbs. Proverbs 6 and 16. These 6 things doeth Yahweh hate, or the Lord. Yea, 7 are an abomination to him. Proud look, those people who, with the titles, with all the money, they proud. They look down on you. Oh, he don't got what I got, so he can't tell me nothing. I don't got to listen to you. Where your money at? Who are you? Pride. A lying tongue reject you, when you in their presence. And hands that shed innocent blood. I'm just telling you according to the scriptures, because I've experienced it. And a heart that deviseth wicked imaginations. Feet that be swift in running to mischief. Now we're going to get back. Now remember this verse right here, because as we go down later on in the foundational scripture, which is in Matthew 18, you're going to see that the Most High say, if your hand and your foot offend you, a false witness that speaketh lies, because I come with the truth, then you come with he say, she say, and what you heard, and they said this and they said that. Then you start throwing your stones. I'm just telling you, I don't care, because it doesn't matter to me, because I'm going to continue to live my life. I'm going to continue to go on no matter what, because I know that God is on my side. I know that I'm living uprightly before him and walking uprightly before him. I know I am. I in all my years of following God, I could say this where I'm at now. I'm in right standing with him. I can honestly say that. No matter what you see, the music I post and all of that stuff. What about my living? Talk about that now. We're not talking about the past. We're talking about right now. See, people are living the past. People in the past will try to keep you in the past by bringing up your past, because they living in the past, and they can't go forward, because they operating in pride, and they refuse to be to relearn like a child. So that's why you can't go forward, because certain people can't tell you nothing, because in so many ways they don't benefit you in a way. But now if it was somebody that benefited you, then they can tell you. But you got to understand that in the Garden of Eden, you can eat from every tree. See, we supposed to be learning from each other, but a lot of these trees got spoiled fruit on. These trees got forbidden fruit. A false witness that speaketh lies, and he that soweth discord amongst the brothers. So because I come with the truth, and you come with a commentary, y'all wanna sow discord. Make him leave, because we don't want to hear what he got to say, because what he's saying ain't true, basically. This is what's going on. So let's go back over here to this is what the Most High sees. He gave me eyes to see. So if he gave me the eyes to see and the mouth to talk and the ears to hear, you think he don't see it? You think he don't hear it? So let's go back to Matthew 18. So we were at verse 6. Now we're going to verse 7. Woe unto the world because of offenses. For it must need be that offenses come. But woe to that man by whom the offense cometh. So let's see what an offense is. Let's go over here to let's go to the definition of the word of offense. A breach of law or rule or legal act. So a lot of y'all saying that the law doesn't exist anymore, right? That the law has been done away with. But we see right here that an offense is a breach of law or rule in a legal act. So there's a spiritual law, and there's a physical law. And that's what, the forefathers of this country, they founded, certain principles from the scriptures. So the federal government is supposed to be the spiritual law, and the state government is supposed to be the physical law. You see what I'm saying? Because the federal government supersedes the state government. So the state is like the flesh, and the federal is the spirit. Because the federal government is supreme law. So now you have a spiritual law too above the federal government. You have a spiritual law. And this is the spiritual law that these acts are being committed because you're saying that, the law has been done away with. I'm just doing what I'm told. You know what I'm saying? Here's another definition. Annoyance or resentment brought about by a perceived insult, because y'all perceive that I'm insulting you because I'm trying to correct you and teach you the correct way. Then you throw your insults. This is what I'm talking about. So it says annoyance or resentment brought about by a perceived insult, because you feel that I'm insulting you. You become annoyed. You become annoyed, and there is resentment brought about, right? I'm reading you the definitions now. To our disregard, to insult to, or disregard for oneself or one's standards or principles. So because we both coming out the Bible now, you know what I'm saying? So now either y'all need to just tear out the whole Old Testament and throw it away, and we just read the New Testament, and that's all we live by. The Old Testament is inapplicable to this word now. Since the Old Testament has been done away with, so then why do y'all go back and say that how have you robbed me in tithes and offering? Then why y'all go back to Malachi 3:10? If the Old Testament is done away with, right? Then stay out of the Old Testament and stop telling people to pay tithes. Since the Old Testament is done away with, because that's where the tithes started at. The tithes started with Melchizedek, under the order of Melchizedek. And we know that was Yahushua HaMashiach, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus. Abraham paid tithes to Melchizedek, who was Yahushua HaMashiach, from Salem, Jerusalem. We understand this. So that's where the tithe began, because you know what I'm saying, it was Melchizedek who went and fought with Abraham when he went and fought the kings to free his people, when they took Lot and his children in them. It was Melchizedek that went with Abraham before Abraham. It has been the Lord Yahuwah and Yahushua HaMashiach and the archangels that have always fought for Yasharel. But whosoever shall offend one of these little ones, okay, we already read that. My apologies. Woe unto the world because of offenses, for it must need be that offenses come. But woe to that man by whom the offenses cometh. Wherefore, if thy hand or thy foot offend thee, cut them off and cast them from thee. So that goes back to Proverbs 6, what I just read for you. Now we're going to go to Proverbs 1 too, because I'm just trying to give you an idea of these things. You see what I'm saying? We're going to go back to Proverbs 1. Like, share, and subscribe. And if you would like to give a contribution, man, the link is in the bio. So it goes on to say, my son, if sinners entice thee, consent thou not. So to entice is, you know, hey man, come on, come with us and come do this. Let's go out here and, you know what I'm saying, slide on these cats right here. You know what I'm saying? That's enticing someone. So that would be considered your works. Your works. You see what I'm saying? If your hand, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, have you ever heard of the hidden hand? The hand that's operating behind the scene, like when they put their hand behind their back and but they got their finger crossed, but they put their hands behind their back. We've heard of that, the hidden hand. We know that there's a hidden hand that's operating right now. If they say, come with us, let us lay wait for blood, let us lurk privately for the innocent without cause, let us swallow them up alive as the grave, and whole as those that go down into the pit. We shall find all precious substance, we shall fill our houses with spoil. Cast in thy lot among us, let us all have one purse. My son, walk not thou in the way with them. So it's telling you not to walk. Refrain thy foot from their path. Anybody that love you gonna tell you, man, don't go do that. That ain't right, man. You shouldn't be doing that. Because we got a whole lot of people that don't love us, that ain't willing to tell us, man, don't go do that. That's gonna land you in the penitentiary. Don't go do that, man. That's gonna land you in the grave. Nobody is telling our children that, like, man, don't be going over there doing those stupid stuff like that. That's crazy. But for $1, everybody will turn a blind eye and not say nothing. For their feet run to evil and make haste to shed blood. So your foot, right? We just dealt with that. You know what I'm saying? We finna go back over here to Matthew. I think we was at Matthew 18 and 9, I think it was. Now, wherefore, if thy hand or thy foot offend thee, cut them off and cast them from thee. It is better for thee to enter into life halt or maimed, rather than having 2 hands or 2 feet to be cast into everlasting fire. So for thee to enter into life halt or maimed. It didn't say heaven. It say life. You know what I'm saying? Because the word says that I come to give you life and life more abundantly. So long life is a blessing. You know what I'm saying? To live, to be, you know, 80, 90 years. My grandfather was 91. To live to be that age is a blessing. To see your children's children is a blessing. Nowadays, these children ain't even gonna live to be 25, 21. Why is that? Because we're not teaching them correctly. You know what I'm saying? Because for the almighty dollar, you know what I'm saying, we'll shut our mouth. I'll be quiet. You give me some money. Hush money. Rather than having 2 hands or 2 feet to be cast into eternal fire. So we know it talks about hell. Eternal fire is in layman terms is just destruction, to be destroyed completely. Because when you go read, you know, when you understand the words, when you go look these words up in Greek and you go look them up in Latin and you look them up in English, and in English is hell, and in Latin it's chronos, you know, and I think it's chronos. I could be wrong, but in Greek is Hades, and in Hebrew is Sheol. Sheol is the grave. So you're going to be everlasting fire. You're going to be destroyed forever. Your life is over with. You know what I'm saying? You in the grave, ashes to ashes, dust to dust. You ain't going to see. You're not going to be able to see. You're going to be in eternal darkness, where there's gnashing and grinching of teeth. You're in eternal darkness. You can't see the greens on the earth anymore. You can't see nothing. And if thy eye offend thee, pluck it out and cast it from thee. It is better for thee to enter into life with one eye rather than having two eyes to be cast into hellfire. Hellfire. That means total destruction. And like I told you, hell is the English term, but Greek it is Hades, and Hebrew it is Sheol, the grave. It is better for you to have rather than having it's better for you to be blind and enter into life than to go into eternal destruction. Because see, you had to understand that Yahushua HaMashiach said that if a man look upon a woman, he has committed adultery in his heart. A married woman, if he look upon a married woman in his heart, he has committed adultery in his heart, because it starts spiritually, right? So he has committed the act spiritually, because then once it has entered into his mind, then he pursues the thought, and then it becomes fleshly. It becomes the act. This is why he said that the lust of the lust of the flesh, the lust of the eyes, and the pride of this life. Because the flesh wants the things of the world. The flesh wants to, have the gold necklaces and have the Versace and the Fendi and the Prada. The flesh wants that. The eyes is where the coveting come from, because when you see somebody else with it, man, I gotta get that. And I'm gonna do whatever to go get it. I'm gonna covet what somebody else got. I'm gonna covet their car, covet their wife. That's lust. That is the last commandment. The last commandment is how we break all the other commandments, because of coveting. Because when you covet, you make yourself your own God and say, man, forget the principles, forget the rules. I'm gonna do what I want. I'm gonna make myself God. It's a verse in Psalms. I can't think where it's at right now, but where it says that that they make idols, you know what I'm saying, and the people like them are just dumb, just like them. I'm gonna put it in the description. Take heed that ye despise not one of these little ones, for I say unto you that in heaven their angels do always behold the face of my Father which is in heaven. So don't despise me because I'm giving you the truth. Just take it in and reflect on it and try to make a change. If you can, if your pride don't get in the way, if your ego don't get into the way. Try to make a change. For the Son of Man is come to save that which was lost. And so, we have to be careful. You see what I'm saying? Because the word is like I said, clear about what it says. Whether I'm on this channel or whether I'm, you see me in public, I just come to give you the truth, because so much has been, we've been lied to so much. And, it's because of this society that's around here. You know what I'm saying? This society that, that just does things for the money and not for the love of man, not for the love of people, but for the love of money. And I'm going to deal with that. Shalom, peace and blessings. Like, share, and subscribe. Like I said, if you would like to contribute to the ministry, the link is in the bio.